Hey guys, this is daydreamernessa, and I have an armor tutorial using the thermo-plastic Thibra. Please check it out. For this project, I only use Thibra and craft foam. Once Thibra is heated with a heat gun, it is very malleable, so I found no need to really do clips for a lot of the projects. This particular shape, I just left an excess amount, and simple craft scissors can be used to cut out each shape. I also use this silicone frosting spreader that makes it super easy to form edges and then keep any kind of scrap because it actually adheres to itself really easily. And then here's a final look at the product that I ended up with. It becomes very hard once it's cooled off, and I was very satisfied. So let's check out the process. After doing several tests, this is the method I ended up with. With a silicone mat and then laying a craft foam piece down, I laid my Thibra overlapping on top of it. And with a heat gun, I let it take shape and not do too much to it other than using the silicone spreader to kind of help form the edges. I make clips when needed and then use my fingers to help press the folded edges over. I try not to use too much pressure because anything can kind of show up super easily because of the malleable nature of the material. As always, be very careful when you're working with a heat gun because it can get very hot. I use my fingers very delicately, and then again here you can see the craft foam being wrapped by the Thibra. It's super easy to work with, and for a first-time user of thermoplastics, it worked really well. I selected Thibra because of the price and because of the smooth texture. I was really excited to get to painting on this because I didn't have to sand it. So I only used a primer, my choice of spray paint, and then a clear glaze on top. Here's my test piece in action, and it has the primer and then my choice of spray paint, so you can kind of see how it looks. I tried to get the different reflections on it so you could see the indentations and the bubbling can happen. Again, this was a test piece, so I tried to perfect until I went to my final ones so I could have as least amount of errors as possible. And I highly recommend that for anyone that's doing this because the best way to get the best results is practice, practice, practice. And with that, here's the final look at the costume. The Thibra was used for the belt portion and chain pieces of this costume. This is from Final Fantasy Tactics, and this is the Dancer class. I'm a huge fan of this game, and it actually is my first one that I played of the Final Fantasy series, so it was a really, really big dream to actually cosplay from it. And I actually haven't created a craft project that involves armor in a very long time, but Thibra certainly made it easier, and I would highly recommend it. Check it out on Art of Wigs, and this is daydreamernessa, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, comments, actually any additional tutorials you would love to see from me, feel free to comment. I would love to hear from you. That wraps up this video, and thanks again for watching. Bye guys!